We're still in Augusta.
Yes.
Dinah Bird. You know what? I started looking up online. I was actually on Facebook, and I saw something about the Augusta, the pub down there, and they mentioned your wine. I thought, okay, I'm gonna try this out. So we snuck down here, went in your tasting facility, and I had 2 of your cabs, and I went home with 2 bottles.
Well, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that.
You know what?
You helped me keep the roof on the place.
Let me tell you what, that's good wine. That's good Kentucky wine. Those are Kentucky grapes. But first, before we go bragging on your wine and all that, where are we? This is this huge wine cellar. I got to looking at your history.
Well, I appreciate you reading about the history of the place, because we are standing in the oldest, largest wine cellar in America. It was built in the 1850s by Germans that lived out in Cincinnati and moved out to become farmers. And it is the only winery that has survived a Civil War battle. It's on the National Registry of Historic Places, and we have 70 acres of the original vineyard land, and the vineyard land is on its own National Registry of Historic Places because it serves a link between Thomas Jefferson planting grapes in Virginia in 1800, and then Napa didn't happen until 1860. So what was happening of wine in that 60-year period of time? It was places like here. I studied at UC Davis in California, viticulture, and a lot of my California friends can't believe the oldest winery, commercial winery, with its original land is in Kentucky.
And you have it.
If you really read history, the father of American viticulture was a man from Cincinnati, Nicholas Longworth. And between this area and Cincinnati, there was almost 3,000 acres of grapes at one point because of the Germans, and it was very much like the Rhineland in Germany. So that in the 1860s, 70s, Cincinnati would have been known globally for wine, not beer. So today we think of Cincinnati, and it has some of the, is one of the cities that has the most breweries, but it's actually wine that put Cincinnati on the map.
At one point, how much in a year's time would go out of here?
Well, records do show that half the wine consumed in America at one point in time came out of Augusta, Kentucky. Now this was the largest wine cellar, but there were other wine cellars in this area, and maybe some across the river also. This is the only one that survived.
The weather's going to start to get nicer. People are starting to want to get out. Real quick, tell folks how they get here. Tell the various ways they can get a hold of you.
It's 4465 Augusta Chatham Road, but in Augusta, Kentucky, but don't use GPS because it'll take you to a cow pasture. They renamed the road, so it'll give you a very unique experience.
They can ask anybody up or down the road. You'll see signs out here too.
Right, right.
So what are your hours?
We're open every Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 5 throughout the entire year. If it snows more than an inch or two, we do close for that. And you can check us out on the website www.baker-birdwinery.com.
We had a wonderful venison recipe.
Oh, I can't wait.
And I even used some of it in that.
Awesome.
But the rest of the bottle was gone. Gremlins, wine gremlins, I'm pretty sure.
Well, they're pretty wicked, you know, especially when it comes to bourbon barrel aged wine too. They know.
I'm so glad that you saved this place. This is beautiful. We're going to take a little tour around if you don't mind.
Oh, we'd be delighted. And I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you very much, and your team.
Thank you.